Hello everyone, welcome to Explore ORZ. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys have an amazing day today. So today we are going to share about the top 10 most dangerous animals in the water that you guys don't know and probably know. So let's check it out. When you believe the most deadly predators following us divers are marine, it doesn't shock us if your response would be sharks. Sharks get a bad reputation for destroying innocent divers whenever the occasion begins. But did you understand that you are more prone to be hit by a hippo rather than a shark? The number of fatal shark aggression towards divers in 2015 was 0, so sharks are not the animals to accuse of divers' losses. Generally, deadly diving collisions happen from presumed national problems such as excluding medical health and stress acknowledgements rather than external warnings. Number 10 is lionfish. Lionfishes might seem beautiful, but you shouldn't allow their beautiful appearances to trick you. That is to tell these animals to have spines that won't hit you but carry poison so sensitive is said to make you want you to remain gone. The best knowledge for us divers is that lionfishes manage their fearful wounds only carefully. They won't laze in cover ready to push you. When you are diving in the Caribbean or Eastern Atlantic, or wherever lionfishes exist, we still suggest you appreciate these beautiful white striped beings from away. Number 9 is sea snakes. Sea snakes own around 30 to 50 various species, which are most fit to be faced in the hot oceans of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. These animals are members of the cobra species and are 2 meters long in common. Sea snakes are not aggressive at all, but due to their venom, they snuck their access to our list. Just 3 droplets of their toxicity can execute about 8 souls. Even though sea snakes are able to disappear from people, we suggest you don't get too near to these members in the improbable situation that a sea snake needs to envenomate you. It can do so quickly if into your wetsuit. If you appear to get touched by a sea snake, you are seemingly in need of a new wetsuit. Number 8 is cone snail. When studying the most deadly sea animals, snails are incredible to come to purpose. And that's why representation 8 on our list forces you as a shock. Cone snails are only 10 to 15 centimeters long and look naive, but a single drop of their poison is assumed to be complete to execute 20 men. If you are an avid shell finder, we suggest you check these fellows with interest. Cone snails are distant from aggressive chasers, wouldn't work well for a snail, but first weapon their prey with curved teeth and add deadly venom into your body. Cone snails exist in the dark rock seas from the Indian and Pacific Oceans to the Caribbean, Red Seas onward the coast of Florida. The ones sneaking in the Indo-Pacific region manage to have more dangerous toxins than others. We advise not to judge your luck everywhere with those creatures, though the nickname for smoke snail concludes from the fact that after an injury, you'll own time to burn a cigarette before you die. Number 7 is stingrays. Did you know what type of predator was liable for the death of the world-famous crocodile hunter Steve Irwin on the shore of Australia in 2006? The relentless killer was an Australian male ray, one of the largest varieties of stingrays, which made 7th on this list. But calm your spirits, fellow divers. Your possibilities of being charged by a stingray are close to 0. That is to assume that stingrays don't seek swimmers and divers. You will be hurt by a stingray just if you walk on it, and it commands you to protect itself by using its sting. We suggest you see your pace since the poison of these animals is extremely sensitive, and some stingray varieties can be deadly to people. Number 6 is the Great Barracuda. How many of you have fear myths about nearly 2 meters long sharp-toothed barracudas that jump out of the water and grievously hurt some innocent people in a craft? There is no such matter as flying criminal fish. But character 6 on our list, the big barracuda, is perceived to have beaten humans. To make you feel better, you should know that these charges are limited and happen when a barracuda attempts to steal prey from a pike. The features of these predators are more than likely to give you at least a few cautions, though the great barracudas own a body grown like a torpedo and couple rows of razor-sharp fangs. And if you want one more idea as to why you should not decide to make a connection with these animals, here's a great one. The great barracuda's flesh sometimes carry a poison that can create urgent signs from discharging to leg bent, and those symptoms can do more than 3 periods. Number 5 is flower urchin. 5th on this list is the flower urchin, which has earned its way to the Guinness Book of Records as the world's most deadly sea urchin, and not externally caused. Flower urchins keen and extremely toxic. Rays make it the sort of creation you don't aspire to move on. As you have now seen the hard way that being on a sea urchin is no position in a park, flower urchins are in a class of their own when it comes to extreme protective mechanisms. Unlike other sea urchins, the bites of these creatures not just hurt like hellfire, but they can also create paralysis, which may even reach death. Number 4 is stonefish. The following animal has a cover beyond compare, which combines danger if you appear to be a super venomous animal like a stonefish. let us introduce you to the stonefish, also recognized as the most poisonous fish in the world. These fellows are not longer than 30 to 40 centimeters long, but they are breathing proof of the case that you don't possess to be great to be a warning. The poison of a stonefish can produce intense pain, transient paralysis, and also heart loss. The good idea: there are some beautiful, powerful antidotes ready. The reassuring experience for divers is that stonefishes won't rush you. These animals use their poison only as a protective mechanism and hit their prey with sharp attacks alternately. Number 3 is blue-ringed octopus. Do you remember what species of animals weigh only around 30 grams but carry enough venom to hit over 20 people? Blue-ringed octopus, whose paralyzing poison is 1,200 times more potent than cyanide, a kind of creation you don't need to mess with. The good news is that these animals don't want to mess with you unless they avoid meeting with humans and remove their venom only when bothered or passed on it. There is no medicine for the poison, and the only way is to manage the symptoms until the toxic disappears, which usually needs 24 hours. Number 2 is saltwater crocodile. No listing of the beast is complete without some reptiles, true? The second place in our list belongs to the saltwater crocodile, which hits on average 2 people per year. These salties mark as the most deadly beast of Australia. That's something considering we're speaking here regarding a continent notorious for its dangerous fauna. Pulling up to 1,200 kilograms, saltwater crocodiles are the biggest crocodiles on this planet. And with their size comes lethal power. Saltwater crocodiles have the strongest bite in the world. And its jaw possesses 10 times more energy than the great white sharks. Unlike different predators on our list, saltwater crocs are criminal on both ground and sea. They might not be as active on dry land as some fright stories state, but they can dive and attack faster than us weak people can respond. Number 1 is Chironex, or box jellyfish. The most terrible sea animal on our list. Strength does not have lines of razor-sharp fangs, but it has created more individual deaths in Australia than reptiles, saltwater crocodiles, and sharks mixed. One box jellyfish carries enough poison to destroy up to 60 souls, and what provides them even more critical is their venom's rate of acting. The pain of a box jellyfish can stop you in fewer than 5 seconds. They produce batches of lamps on each side of their box-shaped form. These powers hold the belief that rather than arranging for food to hit into their limbs, box jellyfish might seek for prey. Luckily for us divers, their food consists of tiny fish and shrimp, not people. Thanks for watching our video. If you like our video, remember to help us like and share. If you have yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, remember to click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon, so you will be able to receive the notification when we launch a new video. See you in our next video.